What's up, guys? This week I'm driving the Isuzu Arctic Trucks 4x4. Now, this is quite a special bakkie. It is developed right here in South Africa at the East London plant, and it's quite a monster. Everything about this bakkie is kind of fine-tuned for off-roading and 4x4ing, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm actually on my way to Henops, and we're going to be putting this Arctic Trucks through its paces to check what it's like in an off-road setting, and obviously I'll be talking to you about the vehicle and all its features, etc. So let's get going. So from the outside, I mean, vehicle's got quite a bit of stance and presence. It's got big flared fenders, and it's rolling on 35-inch all-terrain tires, so it is quite the attention grabber. It looks quite menacing, and yeah, I think a lot of people are staring at you on the road, and obviously it grabs a lot of attention. From the front of the vehicle, you've got a nice front grille. You've got these LED headlamps with daytime running lights, and moving around the side of the vehicle, you've got your 35-inch all-terrain tires, and you've got 17-inch rims. So you've also got the side step for getting in and out of the vehicle. It is quite high, and very welcome for the shorter passengers. Now, at the rear, you've got some nice LED tail lamps, and then you've got your tow bar with 3,500 kgs of towing capacity, and then you've got your bin with a retractable bin liner. It isn't automatic, so it is manual. It is a little bit of work, but nothing too complicated, to be quite honest. And yeah, I think overall you also got these, what is this? You've got some of these accessories that come from the V-Cross, this kind of, what is it, a bull bar? Not a bull bar. I forgot the name of it now. But so under the bonnet, you've got a 3-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine that's used in the D-Max model, and it's tried and tested, a very robust engine, and really strong engine from Isuzu that's fitted in this bakkie. It makes 140 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque, so more than adequate power, and yeah, it performs quite well, and that extra torque as well for your towing, etc., is all welcomed. So I think in terms of your driving on a day-to-day basis, I've been averaging about 12.5 liters in the city. Getting onto a bit of open road, probably bring it down to about 11.5, 12, and that's what I've been able to achieve. I think the ride feels quite nice, very bakkie-like. Obviously with the bigger tires, there is a bit of a play on the steering, etc., but nothing too bad. And I think if you're driving a bakkie already, something you're already quite used to. So I think from a driving perspective, nothing really to complain about on this Arctic truck. Obviously, on the interior, you've got your Arctic Trucks logos on the back of your headrest, in the front and the rear. You've got one USB at the rear. You got one USB at the two USBs at the front, as well as wireless charging. You also have your 12-volt charging socket. You've got a nice digital touchscreen infotainment system, and then you've also got analog dials here, and then you've got a digital instrument cluster where you can kind of toggle to some of your settings and some of your your driver aids, etc., showing you some of the key information on the vehicle, fuel consumption, etc. Steering is quite nice as well, wrapped in leather, multifunction steering. So you've got on the left hand side your volume controls and your telephone controls, and on the right hand side you've got your cruise control settings with your digital infotainment system or your digital instrument cluster controls. So I think all in all, very easy to use setup. You've obviously got your Apple CarPlays, etc. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, quite a bit of storage space in the cabin as well. You've got the storage space above your dash, above your media system. You've got your cubby, and you've got this additional storage just above your cubby as well. You've got electric windows, rubber mats, so very versatile and very durable. You've got your rear diff lock, and you've got your hill descent, and then you've got your 4x4 controls as well as your parking sensor setup. So yeah, quite well spec'd on the interior. I mean, you know, you've got some nice touches as well around the dash, like the soft touch on the dash, as well as this gloss back finish around the front of the vehicle as well as the rear. Does look quite nice, and gives the vehicle a little bit of a more plush feel. So from a safety point of view, I mean, you do get a host of airbags. You've also got your lane keep assist, you've got your steering assist, you've also got adaptive cruise control, and yeah, I think it's, you know, well spec from a safety point of view. So nothing to really complain about there. Obviously, having all of those features necessitates spending this amount of money on a vehicle, and you know, just makes your drive much easier, you know, when you're traveling and on the road, etc. So I think what everybody wants to know is, what's it like in a 4x4 setting? And I think that's something that I also wanted to kind of see. Obviously, on day-to-day usage, you know, this is not really the bakkie that I would recommend that you buy for your day-to-day usage. I think this is more of an enthusiast bakkie. You know, you really set in off-roading and you're really exploring. I think this is definitely something to be considering. You know, if you're just going to be using it as a run-around daily bakkie, you know, to and from work and in the city with your ad hoc kind of off-roading adventure, I think the V-Cross, the D-Max V-Cross will be more than sufficient. Still very capable bakkie, still 4x4, etc. So yeah, I think you know, this is really for the off-road enthusiasts. But I mean, obviously we're at Henops. You know, the bakkie performed exceptionally well. Really went through the obstacles with absolutely zero effort. Obviously, the bigger tires and the Bilstein suspension added to that, you know, making it extremely capable off-road. Just extremely, you know, you just put your leg down and the vehicle is pretty much going, and really nothing for you to even think about. You know, just follow your line and make sure you activate the right settings. And yeah, I know some of the obstacles that I took on, you know, with some of the other bakkies, obviously maybe the rear is, the bin is touching on your way out, etc. But on this bakkie, yeah, you know, those obstacles just felt like they were nothing. So really easy to get through the obstacles in this Arctic Trucks, and I think for me that was a real eye-opener, just how easy it was in the obstacle courses. Obviously, with the bigger tires, etc., you've got more ground clearance on this bakkie, and with the bigger tires, you've got better angles that you can go into some of your obstacles, therefore making it easier for you to get in and out of tight situations. And yeah, I think, you know, from a 4x4 perspective, I think it's really unmatched, you know, in terms of capabilities and what you can do in this vehicle in a 4x4 environment, and definitely something you should be looking at if 4x4ing is your thing. So I think one of the things that really has stuck out for me on the Arctic Trucks is just how capable it is as a 4x4 vehicle. And you know, I think that's something that most consumers might not have the luxury of testing or you know, enjoying. So I do suggest that maybe you speak to Isuzu to try and go for one of the off-roading courses if you're looking to purchase this vehicle, and see how you can put it through its paces to see what it's like on and off the road. From pricing perspective, this will set you back 1,120,000 Rand, and it does come standard with a 5-year 90,000 kilometer service plan and a 5-year 120,000 kilometer warranty, as well as roadside assistance. So all in all, I think it's quite expensive, you know, but I think for its purpose, it is quite unique, and you know, thereby justifying the price to some extent. Obviously, if you want just the normal V-Cross bucky, it's going to be costing you just under $1 million. So you're paying an extra 150 grand, call it 150, 200 grand for the Arctic Trucks derivative. And you know, I think you're spending that money on the upgraded suspension, obviously the bigger tires, etc. And I think those are pretty much the key highlights, you know, in terms of where your money is being spent on this vehicle. So yeah, I think just be cautious, and you know, as I mentioned, this is for the enthusiasts. So if you are the enthusiast and you are going to be doing proper 4x4ing and off-roading, exploring Africa and you know, some remote parts of South Africa, then definitely something you will want to consider. But if it's just for your daily commute and you know, something you're just looking to kind of drive around the city with the occasional off-roading, then yeah, I think maybe the standard V-Cross is going to be the one for you. So thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.